So, recap. Functions have a name. The name is followed by round brackets. Inside the round brackets, you write the arguments. If you have more than one argument, they are separated by commas. So that means that if you want to use a function for the first time, you need to know which arguments that function has. And this can be found in the documentation of the function. And I will come back on this later. In reality, functions are Python scripts. So files with Python code that is required to perform the action of the function. And that's what you see here in the next slide. So this is what such a script looks like. So the first line always starts with def. You define a function and then followed by the name of the function. And the name of the function should correspond to the name of the file. So you're going to save this script, which is essentially a text file, as a .py file. So your computer knows that it contains Python code and it can be executed. So after the name of the function, you write the round brackets. Inside the round brackets, you write the arguments of the function separated by a comma. These arguments can have default values, and then it will look like this. So the name of the argument followed by an equals then sign and then the default value that you want to give it. After the line that starts with def, we have the body of the function. And this contains the Python code that you need to perform the action of the function. So in this case, we are printing the two inputs and then we take the sum. So this Python code will generate an output, a result. And most functions will end in a return line that returns the output for usage in other scripts. So you write the code of your function, you follow the syntax that you see here, you save it as a .py file, and from that moment you can use that function in another script. Via the way that I have explained previously, you write the name of the function followed by round brackets, and inside the round brackets you write the inputs that you want to give it, separated by a comma. If arguments have a default value and you're happy using the default value, then you don't need to specify them. So the second line of code here will generate 15. I'm only specifying the first argument. I'm not specifying the second argument. When I don't specify it, he will take the default value if it has a default value. So we will generate 15. The third line of code will generate 14, because here I'm only specifying the second argument. I don't specify the first argument, so he will take the default value when it has a default value. If I don't specify anything, he will take all default values. There are thousands of functions in Python, and they are organized into packages. So collections of related functions. Matplotlib, for instance, is a package with functions for plotting. Pandas is a package with functions for data analysis, similar to R. Packages are also called libraries, and they are essentially a folder on your computer that contains a bunch of Python scripts.